Okay friends, it's time to get started on replacing our headlamp assembly. The first thing that I want to mention about this is it's a good idea to replace these as a pair. If you're doing one, go ahead and do the other side at the same time. The process will be approximately the same. To start removing the headlamp assembly from the body of the vehicle, we're going to remove two 10mm headed bolts. Inspect your hardware as you remove it. Now we can carefully grab onto the headlamp assembly. I'm going to try pulling it away. At the same time as I pull it away, I want to pay attention to this area. The headlamp actually kind of goes a little bit behind there, so we will flex this area a little bit. Now we can carefully turn this around, and we're going to remove the wiring. Now the wiring on this should be attached to this area, so I'll just go ahead and put it right back on. We're going to come under here, we're going to grab onto this tab and gently lift it away. Separate the two. Give your wiring a quick inspection. Assuming it looks good, we'll set that aside. And there it is, friends. Okay, now it's time to install our brand new headlamp assembly. Let's have a look at the bottom. If you were to look at the bottom, you're going to find that you have two alignment tabs. And looking at the body of the vehicle, you're going to find the two areas that it needs to fit into. Now with that in mind, let's start off by connecting our wiring. Press it together, listen for a click. Give it a tug, make sure it's completely secured. Now we're going to take the headlamp assembly and we're going to start sliding it in position. We want to make sure that the two tabs line up as they should, and of course make sure both of our upper mounting holes lined up as well. Let's slide the inside corner in and behind the bumper cover here. And now we can start putting this in position. All right, I'm pressing it down, I'm going to press it in. And now I have both my bolt holes lined up. All right, so as you can tell at this point, it's completely installed in the vehicle. The last thing you want to do is pay attention to this area right here. This is going to be the adjustment point. Put the key in the on position, turn on the headlamps, and then align it with this tab right here. This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right, to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.